Ranked Fortnite has always been interesting to me. It always seemed like a fun challenge to push myself to see how far I could get. But there's just one issue. I am not very good at the game. I've only ever gotten to Diamond 1 or 2 before I would just give up and spend the rest of my time sitting in a bush waiting for my quest to get done. However, a few weeks ago, I discovered an annoyingly good strategy. I already made a video about it, but basically, I have the turret deal all the damage while I block with the shield and zoom around with the jetpack. It's not a perfect strategy, but I've been able to consistently win while using it. And sure enough, all the items I need for this are unranked, so I figured I'd see how far I could get using them. What's the worst that could happen? Foreshadowing is a literary device that we're starting in gold, and oh my god, I got the worst possible final storm circles you could imagine. The first match ended around the ice cap around Grand Glacier. The next match ended behind Underworld, at the very top left of the map. Just gotta get my per-game workout in. Yeah, number 1. Oh yeah? I don't see you got arms like this. And then I got the worst possible final circle you could have in Zero Build. Over a lake. However, 3 games is all it takes for me to get into Platinum, and my Platinum matches felt a lot easier. I only really died because I was caught off guard or made a really stupid mistake. But other than that, these games flew by. And after a few close calls, I was able to get a win using my annoying strategy. I'm already in Diamond ranked after like, what, 2 hours? It's only taken me 10 matches to get this far, and to get through Diamond, it only took me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16... Ladies, gentlemen, theys and thems, welcome to the Diamond Wall, where the ranked experience truly begins. We are finally facing competent players and progress slows down dramatically. In this rank, games quickly turn into a sweat fest. Obviously. Like, I knew this was going to happen at some point. In terms of my ability to play this game, I am what most people would call a shitter. I'm not very good at the game. Like I said earlier, this is where I would normally give up on ranked, and I'm not alone in that. If we look at Fortnite Tracker, we can see how many players are in each rank. And if we look at Zero Build, you can see that there's a drop-off of players after Gold rank, with each rank having less and less players. You would think that's normal, right? But if we looked at ranked build mode, we can see a more even distribution of players, with the highest amount of players being in Elite. Even if you look at every ranked season, this drop-off is consistent with Zero Build, while build mode has an even distribution of players. Actually, that's because build mode players are better than Zero Build players. Build mode is clearly superior, and all Zero Build players need to go back to Apex. At the end of the day, build mode players get more head. Sunglasses, emoji, finger guns. People like this are just mad that we have more players on average. I'm not gonna lie, part of this is a skill issue, or as others would call it, a skill issue, and I've not made it farther than this casually, but I thought with these items in rotation, I would have had a better chance of getting higher. Now, you may have noticed a big issue with my strategy, and that is the amount of luck I need to pull it off. I need 3 different Avengers items in order to pull off my strategy. To get them, I would normally land at the Nitro Dome, which has 5 possible Avengers chests. But these chests are not a guarantee, meaning that I have to get lucky enough that these chests even spawn, and get lucky enough that I get the items I need. And the reason why I picked the Nitro Dome is because in pubs, most people don't land here. I assume because they're trying to forget that last season ever happened. But in ranked, most of the time there's at least 1 or 2 other people landing here, and these players work fast. Even when I can kill off one person, that normally leaves me open for a second player to come in third party. And even when I can get the items I need, my strategy still isn't foolproof. There are only 2 ways that I lose a fight. The first way is just me being an idiot. Oh, I'm out. If I don't manage my jetpack fuel, I could be forced into an encounter without being able to use my jetpack, and without mobility, I'm kinda screwed. The other way I lose is to third parties. I can only damage and block bullets from 1 person at a time, meaning that anybody can shoot me in the back and easily deal damage. Also, killing people with the turret takes a lot of time and gives off a lot of shooting icons, making me a beacon for third parties. There are so many things that need to go right for the strategy to work, but when it works, oh boy does it work. assist. Got another assist. And another. Gee. Doink. I'm about to get doinked myself. "51% in one match. I told you this would work. Now all I need to do is have a few more matches like that and... Okay, just some bad luck. Next match will be better. Okay, we've lost 15% of that 50 we gained, but this can't keep happening. 40%. I went from 64 to 40% in less than 10 minutes. And now, whenever I am gaining percent, it's not by much. Wait, hang on. Why am I fighting gold players? I'm in Diamond 2. Why am I matching with these people? Also, it goes without saying that other ranked players are... cowards. You are so punished for going into fights unprepared that most players just refuse to fight you. Sure, there are some cracked out zero build players that wipe the lobby no problem. Ben Marro would be proud. But most of the time, players just run away from you the moment they see you, or drive away. Apparently ranked players didn't get the memo that ranked was over because, oh my god, people love to rely on cars to stay alive. This is what ranked has done to people. Because the punishment for losing is so high, people aren't willing to take chances and are playing in the least fun ways possible just for a chance to gain a few points of percentage. In this clip, I get shot at from 3 different people, all of them from completely different sides of the map. This is ridiculous. After 40 matches in Diamond, making almost no progress whatsoever, I decided to do some research to see how exactly the ranking system works, and I learned Fortnite's ranking system has some issues with it. Now obviously, Ranked adds in an invisible point system to track how well you perform during a match. You start at a negative number, and as you play a match, you slowly gain points depending on how well you do. However, Ranked also has a quote-unquote bonus system that gives you rank depending on how much damage you deal to players. If you hit someone for 50 damage, you get 50 points. However, taking damage will subtract from this number. If you take 50 damage, you lose 50 points, and yes, these points can go in the negative and take away from your rank. If you've seen videos of people playing Ranked only going for placement points, you've probably seen them running around at very low HP. This is because they're trying to make this bonus affect their rank as little as possible. The way BushCampDad explains it is like your health bar is a negative number that you have to surpass by dealing damage to other players. So instead of trying to get more than 200 damage off on other players, they only need to deal like 16 or so. Also, this bonus damage only accounts for player damage. Storm damage and fall damage don't count. Now, why do I bring this up? How does this apply to what I'm doing? Because this bonus damage punishes you for healing. Each time you take damage, that takes points away from you. And if you disengage from an encounter, heal, and then get into another encounter and then die, you lose more points because you took more damage. All of this culminated into this match. This was my breaking point. I admit, I didn't play that very well, and I died to an elite player. That's not what broke me. This is. These two players were teaming. These two players were working together in solos, getting multiple kills together. That is what broke me. I reported both of them and never got a suspect apprehended, so they never got punished for this. Here are their usernames, by the way. Do with that what you will. But after putting in all this work, just to have 2 people cheating and getting further than me, I just couldn't do it anymore, man. I just wasn't gonna get any further than Diamond. Because I did research on bush camping, I did play a few rounds where I just sat in Storm and ate fish to see if I could rank up easily by doing that, but it's just too slow. The only way I could see myself doing well in ranked is if I could get all the items I need for my strategy without dying off spawn, and I just don't see a way I could do that. Wait a minute. Some bunkers open up in Storm, and this one dropped all the items I need. Oh. Oh, I have a good feeling about this one. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, I have made a terrible discovery. 73% from a match that started with 6 minutes of fishing. I think I figured out how to do well in ranked. If you can't beat the rats, join the rats. I spent the rest of my diamond matches trying to recreate that magic. I would spend the first few storm circles fishing and then go to bunker and loot up. From there, I would either cheese my way through fights if I could find everything I needed, or avoid people like the plague if I couldn't. I do try to get a free kill from time to time just so I'm not entirely relying on placement points. And now, if I don't find what I need, I don't lose as much percentage. I mean, I spend most of the time in storm, so it's not like I'm gonna run into anybody out here. Okay, maybe I did run into a few people in Storm, and there were times where I died while fishing. It's not perfect, but it's working better than actually trying. And come on, this guy killed me while I was using the workbench. Who would do something like that? A rat would, that's who. I feel no shame. It is slow going. Most of the time I only gain like 1 or 2%, but that's better than losing 9. I died in Storm. Yeah, I lost percent from that. No, I didn't! I'll take that. I also kept having this problem where people would just leave while they were fighting me, which is the worst feeling, because most of the time they just ran into another player and died. Some other notable moments is when this guy rushed me while in a bunker and then killed me, and then he died to Storm. Here, somebody was already at the fishing spot. I used the jump pad to get away and then hid behind this rock as he ran past.
I am the spy.
I was also able to get the accolade ludicrous shot because I got someone low, but then they drove away, but not fast enough because they died in Storm. Don't get the wrong idea, this doesn't make rank go any faster. Even when I do manage to get everything I need, I still struggle with being an idiot. But instead of consistently losing progress, I'm slowly gaining it, until... I took 51 points of damage, even got a kill. Woo! Oh. I hit Elite, and you know what? That's good enough for me. Playing ranked like this takes so much time. It took hours for me to go from Diamond to Elite, and I just don't want to keep doing this, man. Okay, just a quick note here at the end. I have played a few more games of ranked, but instead of grinding it like I was, I only play like 1 or 2 matches a day. And I've gotten up to 30% elite, and I will probably continue this, but at a much slower rate. Like, I was burning myself out constantly playing ranked time and time again, and that definitely affected how I felt about it. So I am going to continue this, but at a more healthy pace. If you want to check my progress, you can check the Fortnite GG statistics page, look up my name, and then click on ranked, and you can see how much progress I've made. I'm probably not going to hit Unreal, but I might go for Champion. It depends if I want to go outside. Anyway, I did really think that with this strategy, I could get to ranked a lot easier, and I did have a few matches where I did get a lot of percent, but in the end, as they say, you try your best, but it's not quite there. Oh!